Welcome to Meraki Mentors, a podcast featuring women who create. We interview creatives from every field and around the globe to discuss art, risk-taking, and what it means to live a creative life. Here's your host, Candace House.
Who said twins mean double the trouble? In this case, it's double the fun and double the wisdom. Kimyona and Keoyona are the co-founders of DoubleLinkks, a life coach and wellness business dedicated to helping people realize their best selves and find silence in the busiest of times. I'm so excited to share these beautiful women and friends of mine who are not only using art to promote mental and spiritual health, they're creating a space to heal the body through art. Here is DoubleLinkks. Welcome back to Meraki Mentors. We're so happy that you're tuning in. And today I have a fantastic and dynamic duo. We are speaking to Kimyona and Keoyona of DoubleLinkks. They are registered nurses and they have also started a fantastic life coaching business as well as a wellness business just to kind of help individuals to learn more about their mental, spiritual, and physical health. So I'm going to get started with just kind of talking about life coaching in general. A lot of times, we've heard of a life coach. We joke about needing a life coach. I always say Will Smith is like my life coach as a joke. But, honestly, what exactly does a life coach do? Why would someone need one? Just in general, for anyone out there who's kind of wondering more about it, how would you describe it to someone, and what's kind of your overall take on the subject?
A life coach is a coach. It's a person that helps someone accomplish their goals that they want to obtain in life. And some of those goals can be, I want to know what my purpose is in life. What do I actually want to do? What is my how can I better my relationship with my spouse? Or what are my strengths and weaknesses? And how can I use that to, become an entrepreneur?
Right, yeah. So a life coach is definitely different from a therapist in that, life coaches believe in the individual. So our model is that the answer is inside the individual. So we kind of coach them to understand that they have the intuitive knowledge themselves, but a coach is just there to kind of be that supportive role and to bring out those answers for the individual. So yeah, it's a great thing because life coaches are just like therapists. They're healthcare professionals. They help people to accomplish goals, and everybody needs a life coach.
Yeah, right. I agree.
Exactly. I know I do for sure.
From your experience, how would you say healthcare or wellness is important to someone who is creative or considers themselves an artist? Does that kind of coexist and feed off of each other, or would you say that they are kind of two different platforms?
That's a good question. Yeah, I think as an artist, it's important to take care of yourself, and whatever manner that means, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And, artists are always trying to create. And you have to understand yourself first as an artist. You have to be kind of in a balanced place in your life to be able to create something of worth, I believe. So it's important to, take care of yourself and to achieve wellness in whatever form that the artist believes. Yeah. I mean, Keoyona brings up a good point about the artist needing wellness in order to further explore their creativity. there's some artists out there who might have like mental blocks or come to a point where they can't write, they can't, they feel like their music, they're not in tune with their music anymore. And some of that can be due to, I don't know, like a lack of spirituality in their life, a lack of mental challenge in their life. And so a lot of our beliefs is that people have to really take care of their mind, body, and spirit in order to further the development of their creativity.
I love that so much, and especially when you think about the idea of creating, that you're not just, creating off the surface of your mind, so to speak, but you're digging into, your heart or your spirit. So yeah, it really makes sense that we would want to be healthy or, thinking in a good way, in a positive manner, the way we're interpreting experiences, whether it's emotionally or externally, to create our artwork or our experiences or whatever the case may be. I think that makes so much sense, that we are healthy, not just physically, but in a holistic manner as well.
Yeah, I agree to that. I like the word that you use, holistic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wellness is definitely holistic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How would you, or let me say, I know you are both kind of living a creative life in a sense, as you're both traveling nurses, and I know that's something I had never heard of before. So tell us about it. What is it like? What have you gained from that experience?
Yeah.
A lot of people actually haven't heard of travel nursing. It's a really simple gig. It's pretty much like contracted work.
Mm-hmm.
We've been in nursing in our primary job for like 2 years, and then you just make a decision to be like, hey, let's leave our permanent place of work to go travel. And what that means is you go visit different hospitals, and you work for different hospitals for at least 3 to 6 months.
Wow.
In your specialty.
Yeah. So, yeah, we started traveling. Actually, I started last November, and Kim started in January. So we kind of did like 2 different assignments in different locations separately. And then we just got back from a California assignment in Glendale, California, which was awesome. But and that's just our career field. Travel nursing is awesome. We get to be independent contractors, like Kim said, and we get to make a little bit more money and be able to travel the world and see different things. But the most important piece is just being able to explore different, I will say, different areas of ourselves. As a travel nurse, you have to adapt to different cultures and different environments. Mm-hmm. So it's almost like you are put into this location where you have to kind of, survive and defend for yourself. So it's kind of interesting to see how travel nursing has worked out for us and who we have become because of it.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah, that's really an interesting experience, and it's so unique and eye-opening that you get a chance to not only see the country, but as you said, learn more about yourself and learn more about other people. It's such a great way to live and work out of the box.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I know that you all have a fantastic method, so to speak, that you use when you're working with clients that involves creativity and really just kind of different forms of art in general. So yeah, I would love to just kind of know more about it, and if you could kind of share some of those techniques with us.
Yeah, well, we are a startup company, still trying to develop our ideas, but
Sure.
we really believe that art heals, and our therapy is that we kind of mentor, educate, and kind of coach people through art resources.
So what that includes is just being able to get people to try different activities to express themselves and to be more engaged into the arts. So that could look like getting people to analyze a poem or a documentary, a short documentary, or being able to journal or be in a supportive group where you're talking about a topic in depth. Or a painting, looking at a painting, looking at a photo, and being able to grasp the meaning from those images on a deeper level than just, oh, this is a picture of a sunset. But, you know, what does that sunset mean for you in your life, in your season? So just getting more people to be more engaged into the art. We call that mecha therapy, but it's more so the action piece of it.
Yeah.
Expressive art therapy.
Yeah. I think life coaching itself has its own founding principles. It's its own form of therapy that we use. I know that our process involves two major pieces, which we use expressive art therapy plus the intensive, difficult dialogue. So we just, again, like Keoyona said, we might have a poem reading, and it might be like a Maya Angelou poem reading. And using that poem, we allow people to analyze it a little bit more and come up with their own meaning and interpretation of the poem in reference to their own life and the situations that they're going through. So in that way, it provides healing and gets people to start having those difficult conversations about the things that they're going through in their own life.
Right.
Yeah, and that really is such an important thought, you know, the idea of art as therapy. Speaking for myself, I can even say, you know, just as an artist or creative person myself, I know I always feel better, right? You know, when I'm taking a picture or scrapbooking or writing or whatever I might be doing. But sometimes I feel like it can be difficult to kind of get to the core of, you know, why we feel better when we are creating or experimenting in an artistic way. You know, sometimes you can't really put your finger on why those things are so therapeutic, which is really interesting to me. So I guess my question would be to both of you as, you know, healthcare professionals, is there a scientific reason or any type of specific reason why we feel better when we're creating?
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because I was actually going to tie that into our respective fields as travel nurses. You know, we see a lot of patients that, you know, my sister Kim is a emergency room nurse, and I work in an intensive care unit, and so we see a lot of trauma, and we see a lot of patients that come in with high stress levels, and in that we see a population of people that's really seeking a instant cure to their problems. And, you know, as the type of people that we are, you know, we're life coaches, we believe in art, and we believe in the healing pattern of art. Sometimes we have to talk to these patients and let them know that, you know, sometimes simple things as journaling or having that difficult conversation with your spouse can sometimes heal your body. And actually, it's not even sometimes. There's a lot of research out there, tons of research that shows that simple artistic activities like journaling and talking and painting and, you know, even running is an art in itself. You know, exercising is an art, dancing, art is an art form. Doing those art activities heal the body. It calms the spirit, it calms the heart rate, calms the blood pressure. It has those, what I want to say, those like decreases
your risk for
certain
conditions,
mental health conditions like depression
and
anxiety. And so it's really an awesome thing to see that, you know, art is complex, but it's still very simple, right? And if we use it in its simple form, we are even healing our bodies.
Yeah.
So it's just, you know.
Yeah. I know, like Kiana said, there's tons of research out there, and I actually was working with a psychiatrist in the ER, and they were explaining to me that there's a lot of research about how even like journaling can help a child process through childhood trauma and abuse. So taking that, you know, from a child and using that in adults, you know, that's what me and Kiki aim to do, to help people, you know, process through their life situations and their circumstances.
Yes, using art.
Yeah, and honestly, you both hit on so many amazing points there. One that just kind of stands out to me is, you know, you're right, that idea of we do so many creative things when we're younger, right? Like not even being told to, not even in school, you know, we're constantly, you know, like you said, drawing something or journaling, keeping a diary, as we usually say when we're younger, right? But then we grow up and all these things stop. You know, we're too busy or we feel it's too childish. But when you realize that continuing these things, even if it's just as a hobby, can be so influential and healthy, you know. Also, you know, it makes me think about the idea that art is being taken out of schools, right? And we haven't probably even begun to see the impact that will have on our youth in the future, you know, not having that daily interaction or outlet for all of their emotions. So yeah, it's really just an amazing concept when you really think about it, you know.
Yeah, no, you hit on a good point, and I think that leads to an even bigger discussion about what's happening in the world today. Adults are neglecting their wellness. You know, we just talked about wellness being holistic. A lot of people are just, you know, working 9 to 5 or, you know, those long hours per week and neglecting taking care of their emotional and spiritual selves. And, you know, I believe and I know that, you know, me and Kimyona are here. Our purpose on this earth is to bring that awareness back to people, that we kind of need to go back to that simple way of living, that childlike manner of living, of just engaging in the arts and being still, learning what it means to be silent, and to take care of ourselves at the end of the day, and to take care of our souls. That's the most important thing. We have this one life on this earth, and most adults nowadays are just worried about working long hours, making as much money as they can, becoming famous through all this internet, being closed off from a community. I mean, social media is great, but it's, you know, it's keeping everybody locked behind a screen. We're not engaging with people. We're not engaging with nature. We're not engaging with art. So we're isolating ourselves.
And we wonder why depression, anxiety, and mental illnesses are on the climb.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So, our society definitely isn't helping us with our our health.
Yeah.
Which is so crazy to think about. But yeah, I just hope adults understand that, you know, even after your 9 to 5 work, please just like take some time for yourself and just go color in a coloring book. Like something so simple.
Really though.
Seriously, I was gonna actually go color before.
I know. Kim was actually like trying to find a coloring book before we even began this podcast. Like,
I'm
Yeah, it's okay.
I had a stressed out week, and just like instead of going out and doing something totally destructive, why don't I sit home and I actually, color?
Yeah.
And but people will think that's so childish.
Right.
That's just the way that I look at just having some me time. And I have no responsibilities at this time, so why not just sit and color and allow my brain to kind of rest and process for a minute?
Right. And then, you bring up a good point about, the other things that we could be doing after a stressful week. And you see that all the time in the hospital. When someone gets stressed, they immediately want medication. Please give me Ativan. Please give me Haldol. Please give me whatever you can give me to knock me out from this pain and stress of my life. And it's like, I know you're in pain. I have sympathy for your pain. I have empathy for your pain. I've been there in different places. But we need to take some time to just chill out.
Yeah.
Chill out and focus on just being present in the moment and engaging in an activity that could heal your soul.
Yeah. And, art is huge, but also the second piece to our puzzle is to have difficult conversations with other people and yourself. Because, I thought about this. I thought about how patients come in and they have, migraine headaches. And, in healthcare, we just, treat the migraine and we send them out the door. But then they come back in and say, I'm having these migraine headaches. I can't get it to go away. But then as a nurse, and the nurse that I am, I always talk to my patients and I get to the bottom of why are you having these headaches?
Yeah.
It's because you're so stressed out at home. It's because you're working so much that you don't allow any time for yourself. What is going on? And I think that's the part that I enjoy about our business. We really get to the core of the problem, and we just help people get to the core of that problem through art.
I know.
Yeah, and it's so important even as I think about it now, and obviously you just kind of touched on this, but doing these creative things like the coloring or the drawing, it really does force you to focus, in a way that we don't usually in this society because we're always moving. We're constantly tuned into everything. We've got all of these devices around us. As you mentioned, we're working longer hours. Our professional and personal lives are constantly being blurred. We're checking emails before we go to bed. Yeah, it's just, it's terrible when you think about it, but having that ability to say, okay, I'm going to step back and, color or make a collage or read or whatever it is and focus on that moment because we talk about it, right? We say, oh, I should meditate or, oh, I should do this, but we just never get around to it. We don't do it unless we're really forced to. And it's just so beneficial if we actually did it.
Right.
I think people get so overwhelmed by the word art, and they don't realize that it's just a very simple practice of just meditating on something.
Yeah, art to me means like you take a walk through God's green earth and you just appreciate His beauty, in whatever form that means to you, whatever form that means to you. Yeah,
that's so true.
And when you think about it, it is a really kind of intimidating concept in a sense, isn't it? When you think of the word art, because it's so simple, but we all have these ideas. We think of people with a lot of talent, or we see museums, and it's like, oh, I can't do that. People always say, I hear it all the time, I don't have one creative bone in my body, that kind of thing. But we all have creativity in us, right? Because we're all human. That's innate in us as people. So I think it's something that is really important to think about for both, for people who don't see themselves as artistic, to realize that it is okay to, express your creativity and you have that right and it's important. And then for those who are artists that might be caught up in being good or gaining notoriety, that this is an important practice just for your well-being in general.
Right. Yeah, it's very true.
Exactly. So yeah, I guess what's what's coming up in the future? What's on the horizon? I know you have some really exciting things in terms of DoubleLinkks that you've got your site set on. Tell us about that.
Yes, I'm so excited. Yes, oh my gosh, we're so excited about our upcoming events.
Yeah.
But we are actually in the process of building our House of Transformation, and it's going to be here in North Carolina, actually right where we're located right now at this moment, in our childhood home. We're looking to transform it into a place of everything that we just talked about, a place where people can come and have those intense, difficult conversations, a place where people can come and engage into those expressive art therapies, as well as, allowing this place to be a place of relaxation and meditations. We're looking to build a garden and an art studio and a yoga studio, and kind of just transform our house into a meditative art and wellness center. And we're so excited about it. We are beginning the process now. Actually, we came home from California, and it's been a blessing from God just to see how everything is lining up to build this center. Our family is kind of at a place right now where me and Kimyona can take over the house and kind of start working on our business here.
Yeah.
So we're looking to open up fully in the summer of 2020, but obviously we're hoping to get it up and running sooner than that. God's willing, I think it's probably going to be up sooner than that. So yeah, that's our biggest idea.
Yeah.
You want to add anything?
No, I don't want people to miss the part that we are transforming our childhood home into a business. That's so crazy. Yeah, we're so excited about it. And we're so fearless with our project. It's just I can't believe we're actually going to tear our childhood bedroom and our kitchen and just make it into a place where other people can come and get their healing.
Amen. Yeah. This is definitely God-given.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason why we don't have any fear. And then personally, I guess Keoyona, this is Keoyona speaking, I'm working on a book which kind of highlights a little bit of what we were talking about, but it's that analytical analogy piece of what it means to bringing peace to chaos, and what does that mean, and what does that look like through God's creations. So, a simple example of how we can enjoy nature and what God created. And
yeah, I think you were mostly looking at the human body and connecting it to how God is artistic in that way.
Yeah.
And
so still kind of working on that, still getting some ideas about that, but that's a personal project for me. And
then we both are working on a movie script.
Yes, we are.
It's going to be an animation comedy.
Wow.
I know, so crazy. Yeah. It's about our double lives. It's a comedy, so yes, we're highlighting the differences between our nursing life versus our life at home, and how we deal with stress differently in each different atmosphere. So that is in the works.
Yeah, and all of this inspiration actually came from our travel nursing assignment in California. So everything that we're doing right now is just connected. It's like we're all one, right? We're all one with these projects, this book and this House of Transformation and this movie script. It's kind of God's way of showcasing to the world our purpose and His message through us, because we are His vessels. And So yeah, it's awesome to see how, even our travel nursing career started this place for us to become entrepreneurs and to get all this great inspiration to build these projects.
Yeah. And then we have one last one. We're thinking about having a 7-day conference in San Diego. And so we'll have a meaningful discussion and hope to bring some expressive art therapy to this conference as well in San Diego, which we plan to have October of next year.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I am so excited for you all, for everything that you're working on. It's just great when all of the pieces of the puzzle can kind of, come together and things fall into place. That's how you know that you're on the path that you're meant to be on. So I am immensely excited to see what you all do. And the Wellness Center alone, I mean, that's such a special project and such a special thing.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Candace.
And we're proud of you as well. This podcast is awesome.
Right.
So inspirational. I have learned so much more about myself and art just by listening in. It's so great.
Thank you. And yeah, for me, honestly, it's so inspiring and such a motivation when I see so many of my peers, just doing amazing things, really staying diligent in pursuing, whatever's been placed on their heart, and, just keeping their heart open for all of the opportunities and all of the people that are placed in and out of your life to help make all of these visions and dreams come true. That's inspiring to me.
Yeah. Don't give up on your dream.
Yes. And always surrender to God daily.
Man.
It will totally transform your life around.
Yeah.
Amen to that. Absolutely. All right, so I am going to launch us into one of my favorite parts of the show, which is Meraki Picks. And it's great because we start talking about food and music, and that's pretty much everyone's favorite things. So that's great.
Yes.
All right, so we'll start with, let's do the restaurants. Okay, so what is a restaurant that you think or wish that everyone in the world could go to?
I can't wait to say this. Tropical Cafe Smoothie. Oh my gosh, Kim. Oh my gosh.
Go there or be square.
Oh my gosh.
I love it. It sounds amazing.
Oh, God.
I didn't know you were going to say that. I was going to say Fish Time in California. Oh, my gosh. We ate at that place like 3 times per week.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh. That is awesome. Okay, so what is a song that you can't stop listening to lately? And sometimes songs are hard, so feel free to say an artist as well.
So Will I by Hillsong.
Oh, yeah, that's a repeated one on the playlist. I don't know for me.
What was the first song that came to your head?
I was just thinking about genre, but then artist-wise, I guess Chris Stapleton. I kind of been listening to Chris Stapleton a little bit, and also getting into some rap. Like I've probably mentioned this before, but every season is different for me.
Absolutely.
Every season is different. Sometimes I'm like classical music, and then this season is like rap. I'm getting into J. Cole, Molly Music too. Yeah. He's not really rap, but he's like gospel rap. But yeah, Molly Music and J. Cole.
Yes, I love both of them. Well, I can definitely say this. I haven't heard all of Molly Music's his entire album, but I've heard like 3 or 4 songs and I've loved all of them. So I definitely need to finish it.
Yeah. We actually got to see him surprisingly in California. It was totally trippy. We were like, we did not expect to see this.
Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome.
I know.
All right. Well, last but definitely not least, what is a quote or a saying or some sort of mantra that's really resonated with you over the years that you kind of repeat to yourself whenever you need a little bit of a boost?
That reminds me of what happened to us yesterday. I won't say for some reason. We know it was God-given. So we opened up the Bible and read the book of Job, and my gosh, the book of Job is like inspiration alert. But it was a scripture that says, submit to God and your life will be blessed. And that very simple scripture, I'm not even quoting it very good. I don't even remember what chapter or verse it was in Job. I just remember just feeling like that is such a very simple message, but very important. Every day should be a surrenderance to God.
Yeah. I think our favorite mantra or our favorite line to say is, Lord, let your will be done. And that's it. We say that repeatedly throughout the day.
Yes.
Lord, let your will be done. Lord, let your will be done. It just removes our ego, our selfish desires, and we ask God to move in our lives. He directs our path, and that's what we want to live by.
Absolutely. Amen to that. And I can definitely attest to that being something that's important to remember, because we'll just have all types of plans going on. We'll just be going down paths we have no business being on.
Yes, girl.
Seriously, we will just be doing things. I was actually telling someone the other day, sometimes you're upset because something doesn't work out, but there's actually a reason for it. It's all part of the plan.
Yeah.
Snap, snap.
So where can we follow you? Anyone who's listening is like, you guys are awesome. I want to follow your every move. Where can we go to check you out?
Everywhere.
We're in all things. So we have a Facebook, Instagram account, K2K_connections, or just search DoubleLinkks on Facebook. You'll find us. DoubleLinkks founded by K2K Connections. We just started a Twitter
page. Yes, we did. Still working on that.
Yeah, we literally have one post, so don't judge us.
Yeah.
And then
our website is coming out pretty soon.
Yeah, we have it published. We just have to work on it. So I won't give the address to that right now. Unless do you remember it?
Yeah.
Transformation.
Links to transformation.net. So LINKKS to transformation.net.
Yeah, and then the most important thing is a phone number.
Oh, yeah.
Because we believe in face-to-face and connection. So if you really want to link up and help us out with our ideas, I am personally giving you my number now, and that's 919-240-8996.
And same for me, Kim, 919-240-8944. Please don't hesitate to call.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, Kimyona, Keoyona, I cannot tell you enough just how grateful I am that you all are here and just how inspired and full of joy I feel every time I talk to you all. I can't wait to see all the amazing things that you're doing in the center, and definitely feel free if you ever need anything. I'm always here. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Candace. You're awesome. You're so awesome.
Thanks so much for listening. Remember to rate or review us on iTunes, Facebook, or your favorite podcast app.
You've been listening to Meraki Mentors Podcast with Candace Howes. We're honored you chose to spend your time with us today. To learn more about today's guest or the podcast, visit MerakiMentorsPodcast.com.
Don't forget to create and connect.